This is Career Quest, and we've got Steve Newman with us today. We're going to talk a little bit more about the IT industry. Steve, thank you for being here. I'd really like to know just some more nuts and bolts about IT and the jobs they're in. So tell us a little bit about, you've been in the IT industry for how many years now?
Professionally, 30 plus.
30 plus years. So you've seen a lot, and you've been in a lot of roles. What's your favorite? What drives you? What's your favorite thing about being in this industry?
On the technology side of things, it is never the same thing twice. And technology is constantly changing, which means we have to be constantly learning. That's my absolute favorite aspect of being in IT.
So you got to be interested in being a lifelong learner.
You have to be a lifelong learner if you want to do it. If you standardize on a singular time-based tool, you will become obsolete within 3 to 5 years.
New technology, it's one of the fastest changing things we know.
Yeah, I have a saying I like to use for lots of people in technology, that the only constant in IT is change.
Right. Right. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't ask what's your least favorite thing about the IT industry.
Oh, if I'm going to be honest about this, my least favorite thing in technology are the marketers. And they seem to love to create new terminology for the same technology. The technology doesn't change that much. We have new tools, new capabilities, and every time we have that, it seems like a new term has to be coined and created.
Gotcha.
And
go ahead.
I, too, perform marketing in technology. So, yeah, apologize to myself.
Yeah. So the rebranding of everything all the time, huh?
Yeah, it happens. It happens extensively. I will throw in a modern experience in this that's going on right now.
Okay.
Everybody is all gung-ho on AI and ChatGPT and everything like that, and the marketing world and people who want to take advantage of all of the voice and conversation that's going on. They can get more views, get more clicks by simply saying open AI, ChatGPT, when us technologists recognize that it's simply a large language model processing statistical variance and difference between words in information that you feed it. It's not true artificial intelligence. It's simply processing statistics.
So you're saying the sentient and all these things are just kind of to capture attention, clickbait.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Skynet is not here, and we are not doomed.
Okay. Let's talk about some myths within the IT industry. What's one that you would really like for youth today to kind of debunk in the IT industry?
I think for youths, the biggest myth that I would love to have debunked is that technology is only approachable by a specific subset of people. IT careers and valuable careers in technology are available and open to anyone. And we are working with the Mountain Area Workforce Development Board to create programs and platforms that are fully funded by local businesses to create pathways and educational opportunities for anyone to start a career in technology. And then if it's favorable to them, to be able to continue that and perpetuate and create greater generational wealth.
So I know we've talked a little bit about educational tracks. There's traditional educational tracks. If you want to be in a classroom with other people learning, community colleges, universities have these classes. If you're more of an independent learner, you can go online and find certificates and take exams to earn those certificates independently as well. Let's talk a little bit about when someone knows they're ready to go apply and put themselves out there.
That's a good question. The determination that I made in the long run was one for money. It was the career that I was looking at in college was not going to earn me enough money in order to raise and support a family. And the next closest thing, and the one that I had experience in, even though it wasn't what I was aligned with my education, was technology, and it felt great and it felt fun. I had the passion since I was 10 to play games, to make games. I think that people need to make a good determination. I think if you're curious and you're willing to learn, you can be great in technology. If you're not curious and you don't want to be in that continual state of learning and improving, maybe IT is not right for you. I don't know if there's a specific time frame when that comes about in high school or in younger ages or whatnot.
So did you go out and decide, well, I've got this IT curiosity, this IT knowledge. Did you go out and back that up with a certificate of any kind, or?
So not for my own learning. I am an avid proponent that you can teach yourself technology, as I have, get great jobs, be really, really good at it without having a lick of any education in technology. Certifications help businesses achieve certain levels of marketing and sponsorship, whatnot, from the people who are desiring that. So, example, Microsoft loves to give specific benefits if you have certain Microsoft certifications. The people doing the job don't benefit nearly as much as the businesses do. The people who need jobs, like we have 100 open IT jobs right now in Western North Carolina. I don't think a single one of them requires a Microsoft certification or a CompTIA certification. If you have the right attitude, we can teach you the aptitude.
Okay. Interesting. So let's talk about you get that first job. Let's talk about those first 90 days. Any advice that you might have for somebody on how to really, soar in those first 90 days?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Accomplish all of your tasks on time and come back and ask for more. This is the most impressive thing that anybody in technology can do.
Okay. So we work with people, helping them develop resumes. Tell us a few tips on how to make an IT resume stand out.
Sure. Keep it simple. Do not inundate the page with words and text. It's not a keyword search in my mind. And provide two things: links to existing experience and work online, like a portfolio, and then use language as you express what you've been doing at these jobs that demonstrate you understand the value of what you've been doing for the business or their customers. So if you know what you're doing, which will be validated by the links going to your GitHubs and your portfolios, and then you understand that value, that's critical.
Oh, that's awesome. What about a cover letter? Is that something that you've seen as a necessity in the IT industry?
I wish it wasn't. I'm not a fan of cover letters. I don't read a whole lot of cover letters. A lot of what we do in this market is all about who you know, or more importantly, thank you, Eli Itherton, for sharing this with me, who knows what you know. And so being able to demonstrate your expertise to the right people, having a network that can communicate about that's the best way for me, that I understand, for people to get a job here.
I'm glad you brought that up, networking. I've heard of this thing called Meet the Geeks a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the networking aspect so that you can get people to know what you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Meet the Geeks is a 17-year-old organization at this point in time. I joined Meet the Geeks from when I lived in Tampa about 15 years ago, so I was participating relatively early on. When I got to Asheville, I started really participating and then got into leadership positions in it. And what we do is create a fun and engaging space for technologists and engineers to just socialize.
Okay.
And that's our whole mission. In doing so, we get people who hire technologists and then technologists who also are looking for jobs, and we play matchmaker. And it's a very, very comfortable forum for people to share what they do, share their skills, share their experiences among all people who understand exactly what they're talking about, and then finding the right fit. I think there's an aspect in technology where it really is the right person with the right skills and the right job. And I think people should not be afraid inside of our markets from moving from one job to the other until you find that right fit.
Okay. Do you have to be employed to attend?
No. We entertain students. These are all at typically bars where most of us kind of cut loose a little bit over beverages, but we have students from AB Tech, Blue Ridge Community College, and UNC Asheville who attend and build networking and get some good conversational experience going on.
That's awesome. I'm sure that helps lead to all kinds of interviews for them in the future. This has been great. What a great conversation. Thank you once again for being with us and talking to us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.